This is South Korea. See you guys.
What the f just happened?
Hot meal and 12-hour flight. Alright guys, after more than 17 hours we made it to South Korea. And that's our plane. Isn't that funny? Alright guys, the first thing you gotta do when you go to a new country, you gotta exchange your money. So here is the won, okay? Look at this. Okay, I got 20,000 won, I'm rich. In reality, a won is 93 cents, so this roughly is like $20. So yeah. We are in the Seoul train station, and this is amazing. It reminds me of the Times Square train station in 34th Street when you see Macy's. They have malls and everything. Very amazing. This is in South Korea, okay? We're gonna go eat and we're gonna be clubbing, okay? This looks amazing. Look at that shit. I feel like that guy in the video, in the food video. Look at your back. What does that say? Star Wars game. We're gonna be playing some shit before we go to the club. See you. The Star Wars arcade that we were talking about. No, Laser said you. Street Fighter 2. Wow. This is South Korea. See you guys. Description.
This is soju. It's basically the Korean version of the North Korean.
What does it taste like?
This is lemon flavor.
Before you eat it, you have to turn off the grill. Duh.
We are drinking out of it.
How do you like it, baby? Opinion?
Good. I haven't tried it yet, but I like it so far.
Right now, let's go serve this stuff. This is the curry chicken fondue. Give it closer, babe. Closer.
It's pretty cool.
There you go. That's good, babe.
Vamos a hacerle una playa en Puerto Rico. Conmigo. Pasito, pasito, suave, suavecito.
We are in Nandangum Market. As you can see, this is chaos. It has everything here. Take a look at all the stuff. What do you think of it? Oh my god, it smells so good.
All the seafood in there.
Yeah. This is freaking amazing. We are at this is the freshest food you can get in South Korea. Okay. Look at that stuff. Alright, we are in Nandaemun Market, and we're gonna be eating some street food, amazing restaurant, and this is gonna be the one. Now, if you look close here, it looks like bacalaitos, but we don't know what it is. So let's go ahead and try it out. And this is squid and pork. Thank you. Squid and pork stir fry, and this is a seafood pancake. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the seafood pancake first of South Korea. It doesn't taste like bacalao, but it's very yummy. I think it's potato, not salty, very yummy. Oh, good. It's squid.
What?
I don't know if this is squid or pork, but this is definitely squid. Very spicy and yummy. Alright. See. Look at it. I don't know. I love oysters or clams, whatever they are. And this is my chicken curry. Let's taste it pretty fast. It's number 4 out of 5 of hot. Oh my god. Delicious. Not that spicy, but very flavorish. We are at the DMC, and we're going to be exploring the whole DMC, the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea. It's a zone that no army or armed force is supposed to be. It was in the ceasefire treaty. There's still a war. These two countries are still at war. So let's go explore. Families saw themselves for the last time and then separated. So take a look at the bridge. So this train was fired upon by fighter planes on the Korean War, and it was abandoned. Later on, they pick it up and they put it here from the North Korea area to the South Korea. These, ladies and gentlemen, it is the DMC. So I'm gonna explain this pretty quick. Hopefully you guys see it. Over there you see a fence wire fence. That is the beginning of the DMC. After that, all of that forest that you see here, it is pretty much the demilitarized zone between North Korea and South Korea. After the river, you probably don't see it, there's a river there. After the river, the demilitarized zone from the North Korean side starts. As you can see, there is no trees at all. They use it for wood. They use the wood for fire, and to warm up the houses, and also to avoid people trying to defect the North Korean side by taking the trees down so they don't hide anywhere. And after the river, all you can see over there, all those mountains, all those buildings, that is North Korea, ladies and gentlemen. There is, in fact, a base, a South Korean base, even though it is demilitarized. This is in case there is an invasion. So, all right, guys, let's use one of the binoculars. We are gonna see far away on the demilitarized zone again. All of this buffer, all of these forest trees are full of landmines, so it's very, very dangerous. Let's see if we can see something in here. I'm gonna try to focus this into South Korea. There you go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is South Korea. Alright, we are at the last train station of South Korea heading towards North Korea. Now this station is not in use, no longer in use, but we're hoping for the future of the unification of the two Koreas. And we're gonna get a stamp, a traveling stamp on my South Korea flag. So let's take a look. Alright guys, we're gonna finish this video at the Dorasan station, not in use anymore, but it's the last station towards from the South Korea to the North Korea border in the DMZ. So we're gonna be touring this amazing palace called the Gyeongbokgung Palace. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. It's amazing, so let's go ahead and check it out. Alright guys, we're going to see some palace museum. Let's see how this goes. Alright guys, we made it to the entrance, the gate to the Dynasty Palace. Let's get in. Look at the architecture. It's amazing, the detail. Alright, we're entering right now. Let's see what's going on. Oh my god, look at that. So we are pretty much in the arena right after the first gate. So I'm gonna make a 360 right here. Look at that. All right, let's keep going. This is the second gate of the Gyeongbokgung Palace. So now let's go in. Let's see this amazing hallway here. Gotta be careful. Now I want to show you guys something. Look at that. It's a pool. No, it's not a pool. It's probably a river, or when some flooding happened. This is. Look at the architecture in here. I wish you guys were here. This is amazing. This was first established in the 1300s. And it's still standing. Wow. Right guys, that's the third gate. We're gonna go ahead and walk towards the first building of the... Let me see what's the name of it. The Gyeongbokgung Palace. Right? Look at this. All this is from the 1300s. I want you guys to look at all the architecture. Look at that. Yeah, amazing. Oh my God, let's see what this is. Look at that. Let's go inside one of those walls. See what's going on in there. Let's keep exploring here. Look at that. Oh my God. So much detail. Oh, I see. Another door. This is so big.
That's what she said.
This reminds me a lot of that video game Tenchu. Alright guys, let's go ahead and keep exploring here. Now this right here is an amazing house. It's the house of the Crown Princess. Pretty humble, eh? Amazing house. Those are doors. But let's go ahead and take a look and pick Peeping Tom. Look how pretty that thing is. That's her room. Amazing. Right guys, let's go ahead and see where the king lived. His quarters. Look at that. Yeah, apparently here nobody believed in wheelchairs. Look at those steps. So this is where he lived. Slept, ate, and especially poop. Well, you know, everybody poops, you know. Look at that. Let me see if I can. There you go. Let's go ahead and be a Peeping Tom again. It looks like a bed. I don't know. Let's go ahead and keep exploring. I'm gonna show you right here. This is the Royal Pavilion. Yeah, this is for the royal family to relax and do special events. Look, a gondola. So beautiful. And everything is on the bed of the mountain. Look at that. I could play with my hovercraft in here. Look at that, look at that. The pescadito. The Korean pescadito. Look at Look at that, look at that. Buildings.
여기서 잠깐 조선시대 서울의 인구는 얼마나 되었을까요? 지금으로부터 300여 년 전 조선시대 전국의 인구는 즉 의사상이라 합니다. 의사상에는 물이 쌓여 장군이 웅크된 물탑이 들어가게 되어 있다며 설에 그래서 서울
Nescafe.
지금이 서울이 되었다고도 합니다.
As you guys can see, this is a church in South Korea, and you got amazing tacos there. This is Yeongdong. It is the busiest shopping street in South Korea. Now we're going up Mount Monson, which is where the amazing Seoul Tower is located. This is Dunnan Market. Amazing stores.
마치 조선이 부시작한 것처럼 보이는 커다란 하드가 건축한 동대문 디자인 플라자입니다.
동대문 마켓, 동대문 시장입니다.
야구장이 있던 자리였으나 7년 만의 공사 끝에 지금의 동대문 디자인 플라자가 완성되었고 주로 전시장, 공연장으로 사용되고 있습니다.
Look at that wall.
왕과 왕비가 사용하던 의자, 옥새, 궁중 의상 등의 다양한 유물을 통해 기품 있는 조선 왕실의 문화를 느껴보시기 바랍니다. 경복궁 내에 자리하고 있는
Right, we're gonna go into an alley, creepy alley. Let's go. Okay, if you guys remember,
Where you go, there are these little places where you can go in, and then there's like that little street, and now there's this little place. These beautiful carved doors.
it just
What was this? How did it get hidden
yeah,
back here?
this is like a fucking horror movie. This is like
Trash. But then there's beautiful plants.
yeah, this is a Fanta.
Everywhere has Santa. I think it's international.
Yeah. Look at this roof. I don't know, we're just exploring Seoul. This is Seoul. Yeah. In this small. Look at the flowers. You see, somebody's living there. This is like Shemyu. It reminds me of Shemyu.
Here's another one. It'll go back out to the street probably.
Yeah. There's a couple of businesses. Big. It just look like fucking Chemia. It's like, hey, what are you doing, baby? Explain yourself.
I made friends with the ginger cat because
It's a Korean cat. Korean ginger
Korean
cat.
ginger cats only understand other gingers.
Hey, gatito. Hey, gatito.
And he loves his
Look.
Come on.
Meeting.
He's like, oh yeah.
All right, we are live in South Korea, singing karaoke.
We're gonna start a fight. You can be right there, baby. Come on. I want you in this thing. You weren't good for me. Now I just have to leave and leave you alone. I know that I can take no more. It ain't no lie. I wanna walk that door, baby. Bye bye bye.
And now, live from San Luis in South Korea, we got Elizabeth Pompa.
Did you just say something? I'm so tired of being here. So
some arcades at midnight. Is that real bullets? I mean, real.
I can't figure this side out. This is.
Is it working?
I don't know. The site is really small.
Oh, those are like airsoft.
It's like.
Yeah, don't trust the side, baby. Just trust the direction the projector. You see it?
No.
This is what people do in South Korea. Okay, these are mass murderers. Okay, let's do it. Oh.
Use the site. The site is good. Yeah.
Please consider donating to my favorite charity, Make-A-Wish Foundation. They help kids in need, especially those who suffer from cancer. Thank you, familia. All right, we are live in South Korea, singing karaoke.
Y'all probably gonna start a fight. And you can be right there, baby. Come on. I want you in this thing. You weren't good for me. Now I just have to leave.